Hi, my name is Gabriel Boat, SEO manager at Hike SEO, and in this video, we'll be talking about keyword mapping and how to plan SEO content effectively. All right, let's dive in. So, what you'll learn in this video is what keyword mapping is all about, why it's important, how to map keywords to pages on your website, and how to avoid keyword cannibalization and what that actually is. So what is keyword mapping? Firstly, keyword mapping is about organizing website content based on relevant keywords. What the whole idea of SEO is to rank on Google and other search engines for specific keyword phrases. I like to abstract a bit more than just keywords because keywords can be too specific sometimes, and that's early 2000s of the search engines when you typed an exact phrase into Google or other search engine like Yahoo, and a page would come up. And if you typed a slightly different phrase, it would bring up different results. However, today the landscape has changed, and artificial intelligence and advanced algorithms have advanced to the point where it's more about the topics that you rank for. So a topic can have hundreds of keyword phrases or variations of words that define that topic. So when I talk about keywords, think about topics, specific topics. Now, keyword mapping is also matching these keywords with existing pages on your site, as well as new pages that don't match content that you already have on your website. It's also about identifying the most important keywords or phrases for each page of a website and matching each to that specific page. So you want to have a one-to-one match. You don't want to have multiple pages that are very, very similar or the same. That's an absolute no-no in SEO. You want to have unique pages with unique topics. And that's really, really important for many reasons, and you'll discover this as we go through. So here's a quick visual, a one-to-one mapping. You have a keyword, phrase, or think topic, matched to a page, and there's a one-to-one mapping here. So why is this important? Why am I stressing these points so much when it comes to keyword mapping? Well, the whole idea of mapping is that a keyword is matched to a specific page. And what we don't want is overlap. And here's why. There needs to be a logical website structure. When someone lands on a website, you want them to be able to find their way around and discover the topics of interest and the pages that they're looking for and the answers that they're seeking, that they've basically come to the search engine in the first place to look for. Useful, valuable information that helps them right now. You want to be able to find keyword gaps and opportunities in your industry, what people are looking for. Because when you first build up your website, your business, you might not know what your audience wants. But as you do keyword research, you'll start to find and get into the mind of your audience and see exactly what they're looking for. You want to find keyword overlaps as well, based on your competitors. So you want to see what are the topics that your competitors are writing about or talking about, and then see also what you're talking about and see where that overlap is and see where those opportunities are that you can also go for. It also enhances internal linking because what happens is when you create individual unique pages or topics, you can link between them, and that really increases the user experiences and enhances also crawlability of the website. So when someone lands on a page that talks about a specific topic, there'll be related topics that you might have other pages about that you can link to, and then people can explore your website in a more interactive, engaging way rather than going to the menu and trying to find that piece of content. But with contextual links embedded within the content piece, it's much easier. Also, it makes content planning so much easier. So when you come up with your keywords, you've done your research, and you found out, what pages you already have in your site, you've mapped those keywords, you can also see what pages that you can create that aren't on your website right now, and that forms the basis for your content planning. So based on the availability you have during the week, you can, let's say, create a few articles a week or a few pages, a few pieces of content, and over time you'll start building up your website, and each page will start targeting that new keyword phrase, that new topic. And finally, it makes simple tracking, management, and reporting, because once you have a keyword map created and the content optimized around that keyword phrase, that topic, then you can start tracking the performance and seeing over time the increased rankings, the analytics in Google Analytics, Search Console, and also track the progress of your content creation and see that, oh, these pages are getting the most views, or these pages are having the highest rankings. Oh, this page needs a bit more tweaking in terms of the content to start optimizing it more. Maybe this one needs to be updated, etc. So it also helps you to plan and manage your content more effectively. So how do you map keywords to pages? There's a few different steps, and it's not as simple or easy as you may think. It's not just mapping a bunch of keywords to a single page. There are a few steps, and that's what we're going to be talking about here. So step one, and this is before this stage, is the keyword research. So this is about researching relevant keywords in your industry or niche. This is about finding out what your customers, what your clients, what your audience, what are they searching for on Google, directly related to your industry or even slightly off topic that could lead them to your industry. So there's different ways. There are very specific phrases. There are ones that relate a bit more loosely or a bit more broadly, and all of those are valuable in different ways. And you want to prioritize the relevance, how closely the keyword phrase matches that topic of the page that you have or would create, the monthly search volumes, or how many people on average are searching per month for that specific keyword, and difficulty score. So how difficult is this keyword phrase, this topic, to rank for in search engines? Because there might be other competitors who are much larger and will be very difficult to compete against. So obviously the importance here, start with always the relevance. How relevant is that keyword phrase, that topic, to your industry, to your products, to your services? Then look at the search volume. You want to have a really high search volume, as high as possible. I would start at least, if you had to have a minimum, I would say 100 searches per month. However, if you're in an industry where it's very high value, and you might only get a few sales of that product per month or per year, then you could probably go as low as 20 or 30 searches per month. Difficulty score, obviously the lower the better, and start out with have a mix between keywords that are very, very easy to get into and to rank for, and also the ones that are more difficult that you can ideally over time gain a competitive advantage for as you build backlinks and authority in your niche. So step number 2 is to filter and group your keywords. So once you have them, you want to delete unimportant or low search volume keywords. So the first step is really getting a huge list together. The next step here is to filter them so that you basically have a short list. You want to make sure that you're focusing enough so you have a good list of keywords to go off of. You want to group these similar keywords together under a specific topic. So let's say it is, I always use the same example, how to buy a house. So it might be that you find several keyword phrases like buy a house, guide to buy a house, or buying a house guide, or how to buy a house in 2023. All of these keywords basically talk about the same topic, which is how to buy a house. And that would be grouped together. Another topic could be, another niche topic could be, it could be talking about mapping keywords, for example, in this one. So how to map keywords, or keyword mapping guide, or keyword map, or all of these things kind of fall under the same topic of keyword mapping. So group them together, because that's what will form the basis for, that would warrant mapping to a existing page that talks about that topic, or a new page. And use a spreadsheet to organize the keyword groups together, just so that it's easy in the future to go back to, and then that will form your planning of your content. So here's a quick visual. So you have different topics that form out of the keywords that you had initially researched, and some might have more keyword phrases than others, some might have less, but in any case, you'll start forming these topic groups. Step number 3 is to create the keyword map. Now, this is what the main thing this video is all about, and this is where you would categorize the keyword groups in a hierarchy of topics. So obviously, ones that fall specifically under ones that are more broad, you would group them underneath that. And it would create a hierarchy, level 1, level 2, possibly level 3, even possibly level 4, if you have a ton of topics. Basically, it has to form a structure if you have enough topics that might relate to each other. If you don't, if you have a relatively flat structure, that's okay to start with. Topics that might not be related to each other, then you can just leave them separate. But ideally, they would form some sort of hierarchy. And then use this map to inform the page structure of your website. It could be your website isn't structured yet. You might have to restructure it. Or it could be the map that you will start reforming your website on and creating new content and a new structure on. So for example, here we have topic A, keywords that relate to each other, but they can basically fall under different ones. So it could be like talking about, let's say, pets could be like the highest level. Another one could be talking about dogs, and then next level down, it could be talking about golden retrievers or huskies or a specific breed of dog. So it's a hierarchy, and that would form a structure for the pages that you might already have or create. And step 4 is to map existing URLs and create new URLs. So on your website, you definitely have already some pages or blog articles that you could map. So you would match the primary keywords with existing URLs on the same topic. And these are the main keywords that you want to rank for. Then you would create new URLs or new pages for keyword groups without an existing match. And this is really important because this will form the content plan for you when you start creating that. Make sure that the URL structure also matches the page hierarchy. So you don't want a flat structure if you have a deep hierarchy. You want to, let's say you have the category level, so it'd be /category. Then you have a subcategories underneath that. So it'd be example.com/category/subcategory, for example. So here you can see that there's the highest level, it's P1 and P2. And then P2 actually has 2 subcategory keywords. One page, P4, already exists. Page 3 doesn't exist, so that's content that you need to create still. And then also page 4 has a subcategory that for a new page that can be created there based on keyword 5. So you can see that the map dictates the website structure. Step 5 is to optimize and create the content. So you would optimize existing page content for these relevant keywords, optimizing it around the primary keyword and also the secondary keywords and any latent semantic indexing keywords, so LSI keywords. These are keywords that relate to the topic, give it context. For example, if I'm talking about Apple, am I talking about Apple computer or am I talking apple the fruit? Well, the LSI keywords will actually give you that context and give you hints as to which one I'm talking about. So I could be talking about fruit, trees, etc., etc., etc. Oh, it's apple, the fruit that I'm talking about. So that's LSI keywords. Create new content for keyword groups without an existing match. So this is creating blog articles from scratch, creating dedicated evergreen pages for those keywords, whatever it is that you need to create to create content for those new keywords. And then you can use an AI tool to create a content draft or outline. This will cut down on your time if you don't have much time, but please, please, please don't use it as is. Use it as a structure, as a skeleton to build off of. You'll need to edit it, add to it, maybe subtract with it. It's a tool. It's not a one-off, write this, copy, paste kind of thing. Use it as a crutch that can help you create valuable content much faster. Research competitor content and model their headings. That's another great way to create amazing content that is very competitive in the market. Go to the top 5 results in Google when you search that keyword phrase you want to optimize for. Look at the headings that they have and use those as clues as to what to talk about in your article, in your page. For example, here you go. You can see a really abstract view of the article, the heading 1s, the heading 2s, the heading 3s. Structure it, and that will help you create the content that's really useful, valuable, and easy to read. And step 6 is to update that content regularly. So have a plan in mind how often you like to revisit those pages and keep it up to date. Sometimes industry changes, sometimes there's new information that you can add to these pages, and that Google and other search engines really like that because it adds more value to the customer, the visitor, the user, and also if people come back, they'll more likely read that page again, and it's just really something that's really important to do. Also refresh or add to the content to reflect the latest market trends and information. So let's say there's like an update or there's news and there's some major change in your industry. You can go back to some of these articles or pages and update them with that new information. Now, how to avoid keyword cannibalization. What is cannibalization? Well, I'm not talking about, the human stuff. I'm talking about the keywords that are competing against each other, that are eating each other for the rankings. So for example, if there's 2 or more pages that are targeting the same keyword or the same topic, then it's going to cause an issue in the search engines because Google is going to wonder, am I going to return this page or this page? It's confused. And that's what happens when you try to have too many pages talking about the same thing. So you want to stick to the rule of one page, one unique topic per page. That's really, really important. So like I said, it happens when multiple pages have the same or similar content. They're confused, and one page, one unique topic rule. That's important because that will ensure that Google will know which page to return. Now, if you do have multiple pages and you can't remove them and you want to have them there that talk about the same topic, or you have a duplicate page, has to be there, then you can use canonicalization. And that's a different topic we'll talk about in another video, but that allows you basically to specify which page out of those multiple pages to return in search engines. Duplicate content examples. So again, the old example, how to buy a house buying guide. Here's an illustration. Google's wondering, which one do I rank for? And what happens is it causes this glass ceiling to occur. So it could be that page could only rank, has the potential to rank on first page, but it's only ranking on second or third page because it's competing with this other page. And it's constantly swapping in and out with the old page because Google's deciding over time, is it this one? Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one, etc. So that's what happens. When you remove that, suddenly you can see a big increase or spike in ranking because the other pages or page isn't holding it back anymore. Here's an example in the charts. Let's say you have any analytics software like Google Analytics or whatever, or ranking software. You can see that, you know, these two different keywords that are very, very similar, these pages, are competing for each other. So it could be one swapping in and out, and it's basically keeping both at low rankings. Now, when you canonicalize one of them, or if you remove one of them and just have one primary page for it, you could see it shoot up in rankings to the first page, for example. So that's it for keyword mapping. If you have any questions, do let me know. Also, make sure to check out Hike SEO. Hike is an amazing platform to improve your SEO, especially for beginners and small business owners who have very little time or energy during the week to basically focus on their SEO. So it provides some really razor sharp tools to increase your SEO over time, even if you have like zero technical experience, and a very action oriented, step-by-step, action-by-action way. So check out Hike SEO and click on the link below, and you'll get to start trying it there. So have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.